The whole Disney princesses thing fascinates me. I am very much the slightly older target demographic of the Disney princesses thing, and in that regard, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. It's a club of like female heroines, and you know, yay. Some of the movies are more progressive than others, I get it. But it's kind of cool that there is this club of, you know, in most cases, self-rescuing princesses. Disney is starting to run out of princess stories to mine. And so I'm expecting within the next 5-10 years that they will probably sneak into this particular story. This is a bit of New World princess stuff. It's from history. So in 1680 or so, the colony of New France in Quebec City was doing great. Quebec was, you know, there were thousands of people there. They were merchants and sailors and farmers and explorers. And there weren't a whole lot of women, because the women were looking at this new frontier and going, yeah, I'm staying put in France until you guys civilize that a little more. So the king was starting to get concerned that after almost a century of settling, there weren't a lot of people being born in the New World. So for a colony to really thrive, it's got to have families. So what the king did was pretty unusual. He made a decree, King Louis made a decree, that any girl of marriageable age, you know, older teens, in a Paris orphanage could choose to come forward. He would adopt them into his family. They were known as Fille du Roy, daughters of the king. And so they were, in very legal way, princesses. He would adopt these girls, give them a dowry, give them a trousseau, give them safe and honorable passage to the New World. And then once they were there, they would be housed like the princesses they were until they met one of the gentlemen in the New World who suited them, and they would get married and settle down and become the mothers of the new nation. And hundreds of girls stood forward for this. And by girls, I mean, you know, 16, 17, 18. And so they did. They were treated as filles du roi. They were sent over in ship after ship. And with all honor, you know, these girls were welcomed to the New World. Some ladies took only a few days to find some, you know, guy that totally, you know, rocked their world. And in other cases, it took them as much as a couple of years of living in Quebec before they met that perfect someone. But they all did settle down eventually. And those last names are now the ones that we see in the pioneer registries. These are all the mothers of New France. So, I'm fully expecting the Quebec princess to be, you know, grabbed at some point. And if they do, I really hope that they find out about this song. Because it would be
Papa needs a whole new house.
Okay, awesome. But anyways, in the intro, this is my idea of one of those filles du roi, one of those daughters of the king, coming across the New World. 20 young women were there on the dock from an orphanage east of Paris. Girls without fathers, now King Louis's daughters, are chosen to cross the wide sea. Nervous and hopeful, no strangers to toil, they'll do well in that new life they'll lead. As honorable wives in a place called Quebec. They're not meant for a sailor like me. No, not meant for a sailor like me. "19 young women asleep in their bunks, but one on the deck here with me. She's watching the stars with the wind in her hair. She tells me her name is Marie. No stranger to laughter, no stranger to joy, but a spirit as wild as the sea. Oh, she'll make a man happy in distant Quebec, but sure he won't be a sailor like me. No, he won't be a sailor like me." "30 long days until the broad Salon, and the other girls scarce have been seen. But Marie's gone and learned all the terms of the trade, and her feet found the roll of the beam. All the boys love her, and everyone jokes that her smiles carry more than I see. I don't know what she wants in La Ville de Quebec. She can't want a sailor like me. No, she can't want a sailor like me. Still I've borrowed a ring from my friend T. Robert, and the boys have all left us alone. I've asked what she'd think of a life in the town, and a husband who's not always home. Well, she's laughed, then she's kissed me and told me that love is more precious than land on La Ville. Thank God that she chose to come out to Quebec, and she wanted a sailor like me. Oh, she wanted a sailor like me. Merci Dieu qu'on arrive à la ville de Québec, comme Marie et son marin Marie, belle Marie et son marin Marie.